Hi, I'm Patrick, and you're watching Patadendron. Back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, hi, I'm Patrick, and I post plenty of plant content 4 times a week. So if you like to watch new plant videos and are interested in finding out what the Southern California houseplant market has to offer, or maybe you want to watch some of my hauls and unboxings because I love to plant shop, make sure you hit subscribe. And for those of you that are coming back, thank you so much and welcome back. I love you guys. And in today's video, I'm sharing with you my begonia collection. So I clearly am a huge fan of this genus, but why? Well, the begonia's history, for one, is so fascinating, and I find it to be just as fascinating as the genus is diverse. And let me tell you a little bit about that. So the begonias were first documented by a Franciscan monk in 1690. His name was Charles Plumier from Brazil, and what he was doing was actually looking for plants for medicine, and he found the begonia. He named the begonia after his favorite botanist, which also happened to be Haiti's governor at the time, which was Michel Begon. And unfortunately, Charles Plumier died shortly after. We didn't really hear about begonias until 1800, and that's when stuff really started to happen. So in the year of 1821, the Berlin Botanical Gardens got a shipment of soil from Brazil, and they found some begonias. So that's like the first documented entry of begonias into Europe. And then in 1856, orchids were being shipped from India to England. So houseplants were huge then already. I think that's so cool, and houseplants are not going away. Anyways, in 1856, India was shipping orchids to England, and in one of those shipments, they found some stowaway plants with really interesting leaves, and that is the Rex begonia that we know today. So since then, the begonias have been a widely popular houseplant since the Victorian times, and they maintain their popularity up until today. Fun fact, the painting American Gothic by Grant Wood, you know, the picture with the old couple in front of their barn? Well, if you look closely at their porch, they have a picture of 2 houseplants, and that is the Sansevieria, or the snake plant, and the Begonia Masoniana, or the iron cross begonia, and I think that's so cool. And without further ado, let me show you my begonia collection. So the first begonia that I got is this Rex begonia. It's a Rex cultivar. It's called Celia, and it has these beautiful hairy petioles. Oh, don't mind my crispy leaves. That was part of my learning curve when I first got this, but look at these beautiful new leaves. So these love a lot of humidity, and they will crisp up if the atmosphere is too dry. So I like to keep these near a humidifier in bright light, and I like to keep the soil moist. I won't water until it's dry and the pot is light, as usual. And I have accidentally forgotten to water this once, and it drooped majorly, and I just gave it some water and it perked back up. It did take a few hours, so don't panic. Next begonia I have is the iron cross begonia, or the Begonia Masoniana. They have these really, really cool, rough, you know, hairy leaves, hairy petioles, and this really cool design on the leaf. I like to keep this in a north-facing window, and I also wait till the soil is a little dry and I give it some moisture. The best advice that I got for begonias is to just water it when the first 2 inches of soil is dry, because you don't want the whole soil to be completely dry, because the begonia will wilt. Next I have this Begonia Breakdance. It's another Rex variety, and it's got these really cool shaped leaves, and you can't see it on camera, but these leaves are actually iridescent and have a bit of sheen to them, so they're quite striking, and I love their backs too. So they have the hairy petioles and the beautiful design in the back. And that is my Begonia Breakdance. And then I have this Begonia Black Mamba that I got from my cousin. I keep this in a bright room and again, water it when dry. Then I have this Begonia My Special Angel. This is probably one of my favorites just because it's such a pleasure to grow. As you can see, it loves to grow, and I'm all about that. This has the beautiful silver spots, just like the maculata, so it's kind of a maculata whitey-eye dupe, but it doesn't have the red backs. And what's surprising is that the leaves are quite thick and kind of like succulent feeling, which is awesome, and it's so easy. It's very adaptable and will definitely keep you happy if you decide to have a Begonia My Special Angel. And then I have the Begonia Maculata Whitey-eye, which is probably one of the most popular or famous begonias out there. This has the beautiful red backs to it, and it's a little bit more of a slower grower, but still a pleasure and so beautiful. And that is my Begonia Maculata. And then I have, where's the begonia? Oh, that's right. Could you please just do me a favor and hit that button down there? It starts with an S. I think it says subscribe, please. Thanks. My Begonia Milano Bolada. This has to be one of my favorite plants, and I'm gonna take it out of the cloche, but I wanted to show you guys how I keep this, and I have this on a like north-facing window ledge, and in front of that window is also covered, so it's very filtered, bright light, but it never gets like direct sunlight. Let me get it out. It loves being in this humid environment, and I've kept it in here ever since I've gotten it, so she is a beauty. Also thought it'd be interesting to show you guys how I remove this with 5 big leaves. But I got this from Steve's Leaves, and it's one of my favorite plants. I love this thing. This beautiful, I think the spikes are called feroxes, and on the tips of that are these hairs, and it's just like an otherworldly plant. And these originate from the mountains and like waterfalls of Vietnam. So I try my very best to recreate that. And then next to that, I keep this guy, my Begonia Tiger that I got from the potted elephant. And this thing is so striking. It looks like it's glowing. And it's my first begonia propagation. So I found like a stray leaf kind of just like fallen into the soil. And when I picked it up, it had some roots growing. So it's an accidental propagation. But what I did is I put it in another cloche in a 2-inch pot, and that thing has grown so much. And let me show you. So this is my baby Begonia Tiger, and when I stuck it in the soil, it was just a one stem, and it's like a full-on legit plant. So that's exciting. Next, I have my begonia piece from Steve's Leaves. And I keep it in the same north-facing window in this cloche, and seems to be finally happy. That's why I needed to do this video today, because I feel like this might be the best that all my begonias might. I don't know. Hopefully not, but you just gotta do something when lightning strikes, whatever the saying is. So these have the beautiful iridescent design on the leaves, as well as, you know, the slightly hairy petioles. But I love this one so much. I have it, you know, cloached up in that north-facing window, and I stare at it every day, and it brings me so much joy. So if you ever see this available at Steve's Leaves, go for it. Then I have this angelwing begonia. I bought this from the nursery, and I don't know the exact ID. So if anyone knows what this one is, and it's not the maculata, the leaves, or the silver polka dots are actually raised bumps, so you can feel them when you run your finger through. I hope that helps, and I hope that someone watching can put it in the comments what the name of this begonia is. And then I have this begonia looking glass, and as the name suggests, it has these beautiful mirrored leaves with the red backs to them, and this is just such a stunning houseplant to have. This one likes a little more light than the others because begonias are highly adaptable and can take a really low light. A lot of them actually live in like underneath the overhangs of cliffs, so they're very protected and can grow light, or can grow in very, very low light, and that is why they have these metallic leaves. It's kind of a survival response so that they can photosynthesize light a little more efficiently. Which brings me to my next plant. If you guys saw my Steve's Leaves unboxing, my latest one, I got this in there, and this is my Rex begonia species from BG Toyama BG. I don't even know what that means, but this is supposedly like the Rex begonia species. And then I got my Steve's Leaves Fang, and this thing is so beautiful. I feel like it's a combination of all my begonias together, but it has these beautiful metallic leaves with the deep, deep red veination. I mean, so much joy. And then finally, I have this guy who lives in this greenhouse, and this is my first ever Steve's Leaves unboxing. The Steve's Leaves Begonia Mother of Pearl. And I put her in her little humidity box, and she has been okay since, as I pick off her little crusties. But look, I'm getting some new growth with some beautiful full leaves, and I can't wait for them to mature. But I'm just gonna keep her in this cloche until, I don't know, she matures and hardens off a little bit more. And I'm gonna try her outside. Maybe, we'll see. If I ever get the courage to just like free her. But this is my Steve's Leaves Mother of Pearl. Well, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching as I talked about all my begonias. I hope you had fun, because I did. And if you could comment what your favorite begonias are, comment what your begonia wish list is, I'd love to know. And yeah, leave it in the comments. If you haven't already done so, you can find me on Instagram at patadendron, just like this channel. Find me and follow me so that we can be plant friends. And if you like this video, throw me a bone and give me a thumbs up, please. And if you want to see more of me, which I hope you do, please hit that subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!